Hey family, we back. Haha. Welcome back to my channel. This is Abby with Abby Reviews. This is going to be my review for Bling Empire Season 1, Episode 6. It's been a minute. I've been trying to get back to Bling Empire. I don't know what happened or how I got off track, but hopefully we'll be done with it this week. So, let's get into this episode and the foo-la-la, shall we? Yes, sir.
Right there.
On Kevin. So, the episode started out, we at Anna's house. Anna, Kane, and her French best friend. And the yoga instructor's there, and he's teaching them yoga. They doing yoga. And so, Christine comes over. She was invited by Anna. She's dressed to the T, and everybody's in yoga. And she's like, what the I didn't get the yoga memo. And so, Anna has some yoga clothes for her to change into. She looks crazy. Then the yoga instructor is doing, I don't know what kind of yoga he doing, but it looks more like Magic Mike than it does yoga. And he's grinding all on Christine. And Christina's like, somebody help me. I'm married. I shouldn't be doing this. Somebody come help me. Nobody's helping her. Everybody's looking and laughing. And we come to find out Anna did it on purpose to embarrass Christine after Christine embarrassed Anna at her party. Well played, ma'am. That is just the kind of petty that I like. All right, so we had a couple things happen. So Kane came over to Kevin's house, and Kevin got a letter back from the court saying that we don't have very much information about your adoption, nothing that would help you in search of finding your birth parents. It said on the paperwork that he was abandoned child. I was like, oh, God. And so he thinks now that he needs to actually go to Korea, to where he is originally from, and try and talk to the adoption people on that end to see if he can't find his parents. Also, we have Miss Sherry. Kane came to see Sherry. Kane seems to be the common denominator in all of this. He said he's a neutral party. He's the Switzerland of it all. The Amsterdam, as you will. And she is having trouble with closure. She's trying to clean out the room that her mother lived in. And so she's holding along to a lot of stuff. So currently she's just sad. And Kane is trying to help her. He's like, if the things that your mother, you can go through your mom's things. If it's no longer serving you, if it makes you sad when you look at it, toss it out. If you see something of your mother's and it brings you joy and it makes you happy, keep it. You know, and he's just trying to help her get closure. And he's like, the best way that you can honor your mother is just being a great mother to your kids, which is very, very true. So let's get into what happens. Insanity, stop the toxicity. Daughter. Oh, God, y'all are both in this toxic cycle. Girl, it's just, okay. I can't want it more for you than you want it for yourself, daughter. No. You can't help nobody get rid of the demons that they like playing with. So I don't even know where to go with this at this point, daughter. Like, we want more for you than we want for yourself. And you keep going back to this. All right. And when he's screaming uncontrollably in your face and busting you upside your forehead, please don't come talking to us about it. Because you were out and you put yourself back in. Before we get too deep into this. So Cherie is having Tyler Henry. He's a famous medium. Come over and do a reading for her. So does he not look like Macaulay Culkin to anyone else? Like if Macaulay Culkin had been healthy and cared for through his childhood to grow up to be a decent human being, this is what it would look like. No, just me? Okay, let's get into the reading. Okay, I was just checking. So Sherry has a good reading with Tyler Henry. He says some things to affirm her and help her get her closure. And then they having a beach day. They having a little clam bake or whatever the fuck the people do at the beach. And so Kevin is there and so is Kelly. And so he takes her aside and he's like, we went on this date and I haven't heard from her. I left the ball in her court and blah, 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 blah. And so they're walking and talking and she friend zones him. And he's in his feelings. I understand. You thought this was going to be it. You thought you had a chance, but you don't, because she likes the toxic bullshit that she's in. And you are with a present. She don't know how to deal with a healthy relationship. So there's that. Moving on. Pause, damn it. Pause. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard of. Kate is goofy. So, Cherie is at home with her kids. And the daughter is in the room talking to the little brother who's months old. And she is calling him Popo, which is Cantonese for grandma. And so Sherry is under the impression that her mother has been reincarnated and is into her son. And so, and they believe that your kids can be a loved one, normally a family member that reincarnates to become your child. And so then they go to see the baby, and Kate is holding the baby, and the baby poops. And she was like, oh, he starts running out. He's freaked out, like babies poop. I don't know why you freaked out by that. And then she was like, you want to change his diaper? And Kay says, I don't want to see your mother's. Again, I say, she asked this man, did you want to change the baby's diaper? And he's like, no, I don't want to see your mother's penis. I don't want to see your mother's penis. Oh, God, I wanted to jump off a bridge. Help us, God. Okay, pause. So, Kevin goes to this hypnotist person, and he does like a life regression to try and see if he can remember anything from the time before he came here and was adopted. I didn't really hear any real clues, but he said he could feel what his mama felt when he was in utero, and she was just scared of what was going to happen and scared for her life. So he says that the wound of being adopted, given away and adopted, feels more like a scar. There's been some healing in that particular situation. Now, I'm not sure what's going on with Cherry and these children, but we're about to find out.
Me so much.
That is true.
Okay, so Sherry's nutty ass still under the impression that her newborn son is her reincarnated mother. So she calls her baby daddy, her baby daddy, and she was like, he's out of town for business. And she was like, she tells him, I think our son is reincarnated as mother. He's like, I don't even know what to say to that. I hope not. I just don't need to know what to say. And then she's like, she caught him laying down, but to take a nap. He's like, well, when I get up from my nap, you can call me back and tell me if this conversation was real or did I just dream it. The pettiness. Also, Kevin's supposed to look incredibly like this man, Kim's brother. Y'all see the resemblance? Okay. Close. Oh, in loving memory of her mama. Okay, so Kevin talks with Kim and her mama, and he explains that he got so much closure from that hypnotist session, and the really feeling that he got was that his mama didn't want to have the baby. He doesn't know why, but he knew she just didn't want to have the baby. So that gave him a lot of closure, and now he doesn't even feel the need to go out and find his birth parents anymore, because he's got enough closure with this hypnotist lady. So we then go to Sherry and Jesse's house, and they're having a conversation, and she's still really sad and having a difficult time dealing with her mother's passing. And he was like, well, I don't just because you miss your mom, and I don't think she's reincarnated as our son. Just know that as long as she keeps her mom in her head and her heart, then she'll never really be gone. And he's like, you never know, she could be right here with us right now. He's like, just know it and keep that in the forefront of your mind, and you'll be okay. And that was the end of the episode. And let's get into my final notes. This was another good episode. I really enjoyed it. We didn't have as much pettiness. We had the dose of pettiness at the beginning at Anna Shay's house. But other than that, we touched on some heavy topics with the adoption and finding the parents and all of that stuff. So all in all, this is a good episode. Kelly, I don't even know what to do or what to say about that situation. Again, you not gonna get rid of the demons if you like playing with them. So she continues she jumped right back into the toxic circle when she was clearly out. So that's that on that. So that was my recap and review of The Bling Empire, Season 1, Episode 6. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a kin, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.